Now, did our friend moan and groan while I was gone? It actually looks like they've settled down quite a lot.
Careful, friend.
Sheep in the car was saying, I could argue that armor might not help too much against trolls more than 3 times your height. You need to avoid the club. You can't protect from it. See, that is why I like finesse builds. Yes, blocking is fun, but not being hit is also fun. Let's pop both of those away for now. Right. Oh, bad to be here. Ah, balls. No, not happening. Where on earth are you going? I mean, okay, but... Let's try and deal with pockets. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Ah! Ouch. That hurt. I just need to get you staggered. My dragon eyes are broken. I do have a repair kit. However, I also have the storm scythes. So let's just switch to those. Maybe there's something to be said about always carrying 2 sets of primaries and secondaries for moments like those. To be fair, I am doing a lot less damage now, but still doing an alright amount, I would say. Oh, that backhand. I could tell it was coming too. But I just realized it a little bit too late. I was like, hang on a second. That looks like a pose that's built for a backhand swing. Ooh. Okay, that's might. I was about to say, 70 more? Alas, not for me. Nope. Good old bit of cash, though. Good old bit of cash. Right, I could... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep on going with my current weapon setup. Morrowind was the game that really ran home. A second small sword or dagger is far lighter than a repair kit. Yeah. Oh man, Morrowind. Such good memories. Don't get me wrong. I love Skyrim. Skyrim is an amazing game. I've spent a lot of time playing Skyrim. But I spent more playing Morrowind. And I've never really been able to tell if my preference for Morrowind is actually born of I just prefer those game mechanics. I feel they did a better job. Or is it because I... Oh, thank you so much, Sheelab. Is it because I am just nostalgic for the game that I play the most of? Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Actually, that was just asking if I wanted my door shut to my office. I can't say with confidence that it isn't some part born of nostalgia. But at the same time, I really do feel that whilst a devil of a thing to try and balance, I just preferred the do something and you get better at doing it. There's no bounds on you in terms of your character class. I know that it was effectively a class, but it was a very, very, very permissive skill system. And I just... You could, of course, break the game in hilarious ways. This power scaling was off the charts. However, it always felt like you earned it. It never felt like you accidentally broke the game.
The story of 2 valiant souls I bring. Of the lords named Earmer and Creth I sing. Two hearts united against common foes. The thoughts in mind of one the other knows. Lord Creth of Fey Knights most stoic and grave. Lord Airmer's Night Hand and Shadow the brave. And genteel Airmer, his equal in might. The dawn to Creth's dusk, the day to his night. Here's the tale of how they stopped a troll. The Maid of Windermere misled its soul.
I love the little Lost Stone songs. Sheep in a Card says, everyone says that. Then you replay it, and 2/3 of the time it's like, oh, another Cliff Racer. See, that, I mean, that didn't really bother me. Again, the things that I loved the most about it weren't the variation on its enemies or the lack thereof. It was the mechanics. I yearn for the mechanics of Morrowind. Whilst, you know, and that hasn't robbed me of the ability to look at Skyrim and say, yeah, these were, you know, blanket improvements over the franchise. You know, obviously the one to point out is graphically, but you know, you don't get any points for pointing that out. The games were far enough apart in time that obviously one was going to be graphically superior. But you know, they obviously leveraged not only the better computational power, which allowed them to make different changes, but also a better understanding of how to make engaging games. You know. But certain things were lost, and I feel that, again, like the mechanics to just getting better by doing that sort of stuff, I feel that we lost a lot of that, and the freedom in the game. Like I do kind of yearn for it in places. Now it's gonna sound so so it's like psychopathic to say I liked it when you could kill kids. That's obviously not what I'm going to point at here. But there were ways to overcome problems. And you were free to decide on the ways that fit your particular kind of roleplay. You didn't have immortal characters who nevertheless, despite, you know, basically being given god armor, were still 100% capable of messing you up by running and telling the guards. You just didn't have to deal with that. Like, you know, you could approach problems in a myriad of ways. Whether you made use of it or not is not not the point, I guess. I appreciated the freedom to make mistakes. I think that's the best way of putting it, actually, yeah. The freedom to make mistakes. The freedom to break the world, to sever the bonds of prophecy, as the game would put it. I liked that you could choose to completely go against what the game had laid out for you, to the point where the plot was no longer salvageable. The game didn't know how to make it work anymore. And it gave you a warning. And the warning wasn't like, haha, you lose. It was like, look, you know, you're never going to be able to complete the game now. But that isn't to say you have to stop playing. I like that level of freedom. Again, though, as I was saying, it was a devil to try and balance for. And I can only imagine how hard that was. I do not envy the devs that part. Right, let's get the fake altar out. No. Hello. Oh, damn it. You knocked me. Bugger. I wanted a nice bit of extra damage there. Oh, well. This will do. I adored the magic system in that game. To build your own spells. Ouch. That's fine. Right, now punish. Probably shouldn't punish with my weaker weapons, really. Probably be using my strongest weapons for that. I did not see you coming for me with that attack. Rude, you changed your mind. He said, don't use the daggers for this, and yet here he is, doing it all the same. Daggers of hemorrhaging. Oh, now that's something I wouldn't mind getting, some bleed on daggers. Let's see. Lady Sheila said, I broke Morrowind within 10 minutes of character creation. I made a mage with no mana regen. 10 out of 10. Would play again. See? Again. I love it. Good times. I should be able to push a child into a river if he was rude to me after I shouted a dragon to death, says Zuni. Sheep in the Cart says, a lot of the freedom was also a feeling because it was one of the first big open world RPGs you escaped into. Kids got that in Skyrim, but people don't feel awe from the improved mechanics on the 20th such game. You might have a point there, yeah. You playing this game itches the part of my brain that loves jank games, says Cowboy Commando. This one is like Fantasy Mass Effect, where the devs abused galaxy gas while writing for it. I often wonder when playing games, especially games like this, which kind of delve more into the Fae and kind of, I guess, the arena of my culture, or rather the sorts of mythologies that my culture was steeped in. For someone outside of a culture like mine, so, the more kind of Western/Northern European kind of cultures, playing games like this must be, oh, that's so trippy. How did they come up with the ideas? But like for me, this is like, oh yeah, that's quite homey. That feels pretty normal. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. The Mabinogi. Yeah, no, that I actually know what that book is. In fact, I know that they're pronouncing the name wrong. So on and so forth. But someone else is like, I like your weird words, magic man. I often wonder just how different the experience of playing games like this must be for someone who didn't grow up with this sort of thing. Who, when listening to the tales of Two Knights of a Troll, isn't getting like, yeah, my Mam Gee vibes. Sat down being told stories by my grandparents. This feels like home. Wingflame says, for me, the comparison between Morrowind and Skyrim is very similar to 3rd and 5th edition D&D. I like the streamlining that they achieved in the time between, but it feels like the ability to customize and personalize was severely limited. Yes, that is such a good analogy. I may actually have to steal that one when describing the difference between my feelings playing the games. Like, I appreciate Skyrim for vastly different reasons than I would... when playing Morrowind. Like, I like vastly different things about the games. And miss different things. Cowboy Commander says, I can get that. If I tried to live certain parts of the UK, that would be like tripping without the drugs. Yeah, I'm sure it would be, actually. The old parts. Ouch. Thank you very much for breaking me out of that spider's web. That's very helpful of you, Spider. I realize that's not what you were trying to do, but... I appreciate it all the same. And did my fake Giorta really disappear just as I got into a fight? You arse. While I appreciate that the lightning sounds are far cleaner, sounds of cutting, slicing, far less discordant than the percussive explosions of my... explosive chakrams, I do miss the damage. To be fair, 5e's entire point was that you don't lose custom content as player, nor DM in the tabletop game because you don't meta play or rules lawyer it as a toolkit that your custom game is based on, not a video game. Let me read that again. I don't quite understand. Oh, right. I think I get what you're referring to. If I can paraphrase just to check that I am getting where you're coming from. The idea of 5e wasn't that we're laying down exactly everything that you can do and anything that we don't say you can't do, but rather use this as a basis to make your game however you want on the tabletop. Is that where you're going with it? All this talk of D&D. If only I could find a group again. I mean, there are a couple of dabblings who arrange D&D groups. And a couple of, like, dappling orbitals that do quite a lot of D&Ding, actually. That was what I failed to write. Yeah, I getcha. I getcha. No worries. You didn't fail. I mean, I got the idea. The only reason I changed what you said was to make sure that I understood it. The best way, in my opinion, to confirm that you understood what someone said is to say it back to them using different words. And if you still agree that you're talking about the same thing, then you did probably understand them.
The troll named Nyx had a most troubled heart. In nature it was displeased with its part. It hated its difference from the norm, and wished to shed its current form. In grief it went to the maid Windermere. She motioned to Nyx, and beckoned him near. "It is your wish to be human, I see," she whispered to the troubled troll in glee. "I shall grant you your wish, and make you so. You are a human now," she cackled. "Go."
Leggings of the Torrent. I'm not really facing much ice resistance, so I'm kind of okay with this. Yeah, I'll take those. I am missing armor that gives me any kind of passive health regen. I am going to have to build that into something or get something with an enchantment to give it. Like get a gem or something. Yeah, if anyone is looking to just see if there are other D&D groups or just any kind of tabletop system groups or want to start one, well, you pop into the Discord. There's always people talking about setting up one game or t'other. It's just a matter of bringing them all together at the right time. And what do we have here? A little bit. I mean, with the armor socket, maybe. Greaves of the Martyr. Okay, not for me. All right, what do we have? Hello. Troll over there.
Greetings.
Greetings, Stalin.
I'm afraid you've caught me at a bad time, friend. The famed hospitality of the gnomes may be missing today. You see, I am in distress. I lent my journal to a fellow surveyor to record information from the Split Rock depths. His name is Horace Despero. He ventured into the caves but never returned.
Okay, he never returned. Oh, actually, no, there is no exclamation mark. It's like, he never returned. Tell me of the gnomes.
Often, you'll find we're a great source of help and advice in just about any area, from irrigation techniques to healing. The gnomes are some of the brightest, most creative minds around. Wherever there's a problem, we'll find the solution. We give so much, and ask for so little in return.
Yeah, sounding a lot like gnome propaganda to me.
I'm with an outfit known as Motus Mining.
Hey, Demi.
We mostly operate out of the tier, but I'm in Dalentarth surveying the forest for new loads to work.
Okay. Tell me about Split Rock Depths.
I've heard tales of a malevolent spirit that was trapped within the cavern decades ago. Those who venture in are said never to be seen again.
Okay. Motus Mining?
Motus is a large gnomish mining company to the east. It profits by selling the resources that it mines. Surveyors like me, who work from Otis, go out into the field and record any pertinent data they find.
And tell me about Horace Despero.
A fellow surveyor from the mining company back east. He went into Split Rock Depths with my journal to record new findings and hasn't been back since. No. I am worried about him, and I must admit, my journal as well.
Well,
It may sound selfish.
Your honesty is
But
appreciated.
the journals we surveyors keep are very important to our work. If possible, I need to find out what became of my friend. And the journal, too.
Perhaps I can help.
I'm a
Good
surveyor
luck
from a
with
mining
that.
company
Wow.
from the east. The journal contains all the data I've gathered from my exploration of the area. I lent it to Horace so that he could add data he gathered from Split Rock Depths. Since he hasn't returned, I'm worried something terrible might have happened down there. If you can find out what happened, I would like to know. It should be somewhere in Split Rock Depths. As I said, Horace may be trapped down there also. Please, find out what became of him, and bring the journal back to me.
I will do.
Until later,
All right.
then.
Until later, then. Split Rock Death is literally Split Rock Death right in front of me. Okay. I mean, we could, I suppose. It wouldn't be the worst thing to do. I could also do that mountain troll there, recover the fake can, acquire the daggers, recover another fake can. There's another quest. Oh, actually, that's in another area. Recover the treasures. Oh, my lord, so many quests, so little time. What's my inventory looking like right now? Oh, my inventory is looking rather bad. What's that? Well, I mean, a small recompense for my work, for aid yet rendered, but soon to be. All right. I can always go to Toth Farm, I suppose. It would be better if I unlocked Split Rock Depths, though, let's be honest. Don't look this way, don't look this way, don't look this way. Go to Troll. Boo! Hamstrings! Ow! Fair, I deserved it. What? Nope. Nope. Okay, there we go. Punish. Ow. Be punished. It's the way of the world to punish and then be punished. It's the natural order of things. Ow. I dislike tanking blows, I must confess. And yet, I do it so often. It's almost like I'm good at it. Let's try and avoid the worst of it. My poor daughter is dead. I could have done reckoning mode there thinking about it, and I probably would have gotten most of the way to my next level. A crippling amulet. Oh. No. No. Right now, the only thing keeping my health topped up is the fact that when I kill stuff, I steal the life out of them.
And so the troll named Nyx to town it came, never suspecting it was still the same. It crushed the road and split into the wall, and Creth and Eärmer were surely to fall. They faced the troll and fought to no avail. The wise knights knew what was wrong in our tale. The treacherous maid Windermere at play. We know in part what is wrong with this fay. And so, Lord Eärmer shouted to Lord Creth, challenge this troll to a duel to the death.
Cowboy Commander says, yeah, they let the writers go for broke with these logs. Music with voice acting is a cherry on top. I remember being entranced by a great storyteller at a Ren fair. He specialized in Norse mythology and prose from the Edda. I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly. I'm fairly certain I'm not, actually. Right, okay. Well, we've got a lot of gubbins. I need to go back to Webwood. We must repair. We must refine. I could also go down into my own basement to do a bit of sagecraft as well, I guess. Oh, wait, no, I don't have the sagecraft ability yet. Hello.
Can't stop now. Thank you for your help with everything, but with half a town to rebuild, I have even less time than before. It's good to keep working. It reminds me that I'm still alive, that you saved us.
Could you repair? 32 grand? It's 10 grand just for Storm's scythe, and that's the one that I've been using as a backup. Where's the Where's the...
Keep safe.
Don't tell me it's broke.
There's roof beams to cut, thatch and wattle to collect, and daub to form. We'll need more rope, more pulleys, and more than a fair bit of luck. I'm sorry, stranger. It seems I'm the man to get this village rebuilt. I have to get the next few months of work straightened out.
There we go.
Keep safe.
I will try. Right. Time to break things down. Not bad. Yeah, once we've got another bit, one more layer, I'm fairly certain I'd be able to craft better stuff by a good margin than I've currently got once I have a one more component that I can add to each thing. Are you serious? I didn't know working at a forge sounded like that. Well, now you know.
We've still a long ways ahead of us before the silken seat is back to what it was, but I've had Billis hard at work to make it so. Now, what is it that I can do for you?
Buy stuff. Thank you. Yeah, that's good.
Beware the forest.
By the way, chat, if you want to be able to nick things out of this chest, A, come here at night when there's less people around. B, carefully break the boxes leading to this chest. Then stealth here with boxes in front of it still, because the people around will not be able to see you through the boxes, and then you can make off with the gubbins in the chest. Not that I would ever do such a thing, you understand? That is for a scallywag to do, and I am clearly not one. I reveal these secrets to you purely for educational purposes. Right. Actually, there's still one more mountain troll that I need to kill, but time for us to let ourselves in a couple of places. This is an easy chest, won't be hard for us at all, thanks in large part to the levels we put into spelling. Okay. It's okay. Not terrible. Right, into split rock depths we go. Even the caves are bloody massive when you think about it. Like, how often have you gone into a cave and the roof has been this high up? I've been in quite a few caves. It comes with the territory when you grow up at an abandoned mining colliery. Though caves is perhaps a generous term for the abandoned mine. Though there were a couple of natural caves around it. But, yeah, no, this much room in a subterranean area, kind of unheard of. Huh. Well, that's interesting through there. Modern mines are big like that. Massive haul trucks driving around. Oh, I guess. I couldn't say I have any familiarity with modern mines. We'll go this way then. I don't know why we're RP walking our way through the cave, but we are. At what point do you decide to fight a boss without gear just for the lulz? When you're the one playing the game, Kayan. That's a trap. That right there is bait. Though, that being said, there is a lower level, it seems. No, it goes out. Yeah, it goes back out to Haxie. Okay. And what are we fighting? Is it going to be gnolls or... Oh. I think it's Fake Yorta. Very well, we'll see what we can do. Don't mind me. Don't ask me what stabbing a skeleton in the empty spot that was their rib cage would do. I'm certain I don't know. Go. Rocks over here that we can get open. Nothing we need there. Extra cash. Okay, the journal's down there, but I kind of want to go this way, honestly. Man, you're rackety with those old bones. Emotional damage is what stabbing a skeleton in its empty ribcage would be. I see. Fair enough. Glad to know. I appear to have gotten the attention of a couple of bar guests. It's fine. Shouldn't be a problem. There we are. An average one? Definitely not okay, yeah, that's about right. I was going to say definitely not quadruple zero. Warrior strength. I am so bad at using the potions in this game. In any game, actually. What do we have here? Nothing for me. I mean, I guess it matters how the magic works. Putting iron in the middle of a spell might be highly effective. That's actually a good point, yeah. I hadn't thought of that. Mydiel says, I think you cut off the magical flow that's keeping them together. The one you can sense only when you're this close, as it keeps moving around. Right, okay. I like where you're taking this. Well done, Chad. Now, that was kind of a question without an answer, but you've actually managed to answer it. I'm impressed. I'm somewhat hopeful that we're going to face a boss of some nature in here. Otherwise, all I'm doing is wasting the potential experience that I would gather by going full... Reckoning mode. There's always that part of me that's like, should I use it now? Should I wait until later where I'll get more of a result out of it? Ooh, now we are cooking with fire. Yes. All right. I think whenever I next use Reckoning mode, I need to pop that potion right before I finish up. Whatever I use it on will probably be worth it. We'll go this way. I'll try to get to the end of the arena, hope that it is a boss. If there's not, then I guess we'll use it on a troll later. Oh, not bad. Thank you very much for lining up. It's very kind of you. I approve. Very courteous. It's like you're forming a nice orderly queue. Ouch. Oh, Ember Eyes. I approve. Oak Longbow. I don't believe alchemy has any effect on you finding random like alchemical ingredients in loot. I don't believe it has any impact on that. It might though. Ooh. Suddenly much hotter colors. There are an awful lot of undead in here, I must confess. There are an awful lot of undead. Huh. I guess we now know why. Will I be within eye shot of you when I take this fellow out? I am, unfortunately. I see no particular reason to linger here, when instead I can run away and let you forget that I exist. Also, I've got to level up. Now, where are we putting this level up? I am kind of favoring... This would allow me to make better gear immediately. This is more quest related. And we are coming up into a quest chain where this would start to matter. This would allow me to merge gems. I think we go for the persuasion, honestly. As much as it's a bit of a nothing burger of a level up, it could potentially pay dividends later. Now, I think we put all 3 points into something here. I mean, I could gain poison resistance. It's not much of a muchness, really. Alternatively, I could put 1 point in this. Sure, we'll put 1 point in that and then invest here. But I do believe... Oh no, we aren't yet at tier 4. Shame. I was wrong. Oh, it's 25 and 1 point away on both. God damn it. Alright. Still, I think that's the best application for now. We'll say as an arcanist. Destiny is intact. Now, how do I get over to you without causing issue for myself? Well, as long as you stay like that, should have no trouble. Hello. I killed this one so hard that I killed my ally as well. Hard unlock. Okay. Goodbye to my 27 lockpicks. Okay. No. Maybe there? Yes. I can tell by how fast or not the progress of the bar is making across the screen, because it decelerates as it gets close to where it's going to start having trouble. Now, thankfully, they have lined up nice and neatly for me, so we just do one at a time. There we go. Go back to sleep. Dream of bony women. And, well, you already look like you're asleep, so... Not much to do. Oh, wow. Did I have to kick his legs out? Lift him up first? I could have just... Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Okay. And that would be Despero. All right. The Journal of Stellan written. Motus Mining will be astonished at these findings. So many reagents lie within these woods. The alchemical implications are enormous. Wild Fae pose quite the problem, though. It'll take an exorbitant amount of manpower to subdue and control the beasts here. Still, the potency of the plant life here should make it worthwhile. The Fae themselves might be a problem, assuming the fabled city of Issa actually exists. Haven't seen anything to indicate it's real. Wouldn't surprise me if the ruins I keep finding are the only vestige of their rule. Overall, Dallon Tarth should make quite the profit for the company. Headquarters will be pleased. Okay, well, a journal acquired. What do we have over here then? A tattered up journal. Tattered journal, day 7. Casca betrayed me. Thought the girl wanted that foolish cult destroyed, but it turns out she was just bait. Why can't I ever resist a pretty pair of legs? Ah, probably not the first person to wonder that. Damned fools keep chanting and smearing that foul-smelling sap all over their faces. Canarok hired me to kill this cult, but I've only become another tender morsel for its dark tree god. Some bounty hunter I've turned out to be. They have others, people and creatures, penned like cattle in cages. Think we're food, but for what? I need to get out of here. Day 11, ceremony last night. Or day? I can't tell. Everyone's chanting, holding hands. Something was killed. Couldn't make out what from my cage. Screams sounded human, mostly. There was a thunderclap, I think. And then every torch in the place went dark. Lots of screams. Wet sounds, smacks and swallows. Smell of blood. Been quite a while. Not sure what's happening. They forgot about me, I bet. Day 13. She came near. I think it was her. Casca. Hair was white, though. Legs. too long. Her voice like teeth scraping on bone. Her eyes are so bright. I think she's becoming something else. Something different. And I think she ate the others. Am I next? Day 21. No sign, no food. Drinking sap from the dark. Drinking sap that drips from the dark above. Her voice is everywhere. She hunts in the cave, eating with thick, wet gulps. I think she forgot me and my cage. I'm glad it's dark. Can't see. Don't want to see. Soon I'll be thin enough to fit between the bars. Then I'll escape. Uh-huh. Huh. Hello? Come out to play. I guess not. There we go. I knew it. I knew it. Scoundrel, you. Oh, it's only a leashy? Okay, we're saving this up then for the troll. Leashy is not worth me using a greater experience potion on and a reckoning mode. That would have been so ridiculously underwhelming. Honestly, let's go this way so that I can take the other exit, see where it leads. But yeah, I was kind of expecting more than that. I mean, I've got good gear, I suppose, but at the same time, it's not like I'm heavily geared for the area I'm in. Not that much so, anyway. Huh. Oh, it isn't another area. Very well. Hello? But Brother Padrick's corpse. Brother Padrick has perished while on his personal exploration quest of Split Rock depths. On his body is a tattered journal detailing what happened. Take the journal, of course. Let's go read the journal. Day 8. Split Rock Depths feels like a winding maze as I travel deeper into the cave. I've been attacked a few times already, but was able to narrowly escape. Day 16. I feel that I am closer to finding the hidden exit. I terribly miss my companions from St. Edric's, and I wonder if I made the right choice doing this. Day 81. I am cold and beginning to run low on supplies. I will not return until I have found the treasure I seek. I will show Brother Holt, he can be proud of me, that my search was not in vain. I will make all the monks so proud. Uh-huh. Dapper Rip. Died right next to the chest. Wow. Thank you, Demi. At least someone in chat is being respectful. Right, well, the Longsword of Twilight sounds cool, but we'll pop that away. Curious of Fire Attenuation. Searching Staff. Nope, nope, nope. All right. Well, I'm glad I took the second exit now, because I was honestly expecting that it would just be another way into the cave. Elptram says, I feel that sometimes recontextualizing normal or weak enemies can sometimes be fun. Oh no, I do appreciate that. Yeah, that you make a valid point. That the Leshy as now basically a trash mob, when in Etenmere it was, well, to be honest, it was never really that difficult, but it was a more of a set piece enemy in Etenmere at the very least. That can be fun, but like that whole set seemed like it was due something so much more than it got in the end. Some sprites down here. I could go wipe them out just for the extra. Well, actually, no. Let's go and deal with the troll, shall we? Charge! You do not control this bridge anymore. It is my bridge. Aren't you meant to be underneath it anyway? You would be punished for this lack of troll etiquette. Oh, damn it. I forgot. Okay, I'm being punished for my lack of taking the experience potion. That was 1,185 experience. Would have been a lot more. Oh well. To be honest, for a single enemy though, kind of glad that I didn't use it because they are showing up fairly rarely. I would want to use them on a much bigger set piece. A boss of some sort would be better, I think, or a large pack of something. Oh, really? A quadruple Z, a completely default hard lock. All right. I accept. Right, who'd be the Grim Onwig? Noted. Faken, hollow log. Right, can I go back to our friendo? Yeah. Well, before we go and start doing a bunch of other things, let's go and actually turn in the quest that we've got. Excuse me? Did you not get the memo? I am finished with... Oh, it's just a rock troll. Never mind. They have a troll. Honestly, our Bony Boy is an amazing tank. Actually, stellar work. No. Hang on a second. Did I run straight past him? I must have. I actually did run straight past him. He was like, "How my journal?" Oh, he's going and doing other things. I guess he must be busy.
My journal.
Hello,
Oh, I trust this wasn't too difficult to obtain. What's of
it
Horace?
wasn't. I'm sorry, he didn't make
A
it.
shame that. Thank you for being brave enough to retrieve this, in spite of what happened to Horace. As we agreed, here is some gold for your trouble. I appreciate your help. Terrible, terrible what happened to him. I will remember Horace Despero as the bravest gnome I ever had the pleasure to meet. He was one fine, dedicated worker. You don't find that sort of ethic much anymore.
Really? Back in my day, did you? Wow. Wow. These young kids, they don't like working. They're all lazy playing on their games. Bloody boomer gnomes. Good lord. Ouch. It's kind of rude, but okay. Let me just suck up your life for a bit. Thank you. Almost back to full health. A complaint as old as time. The thing that I always wonder is, like, don't they ever hear the people that they used to roll their eyes at in their own voice when they say shit like that? I mean, obviously this character doesn't, because it's just a fictional character, but like we've all known people who've said this, and I can only assume that in their time, when they were hearing their elders saying, you don't get people who want to work like that. That work ethic died. It died in the 1920s or something like that. And don't they just like, oh yeah, oh man, I've turned into, oh no. Do they not realize that they have become that which they swore to defeat? Ouch. They just spend all their time doing the use tubes and the twitching, yeah. That requires a certain amount of self-awareness and introspection capability, which does not get taught in school. I don't know, I think... Okay. Did you just do the anti-boomer of that, though? Oh, they don't teach that in school. I learnt it, but I learnt it the hard way. It wasn't taught to me. I earned that knowledge. I went on a quest. I slew a dragon. Because I'm fairly certain it does get taught in school, actually. I'm pretty certain it does. It might not be on the curriculum, but you kind of learn it. As with most things that you learn. Winged Flames is just like, I'm just saying, older generations had cocaine in their soda. I'm not really sure what that has to do with anything, but I accept that this is a thing you've now said, and it is now being taken into consideration along with all of the other parts of this conversation. What? The work ethic was better because they were all on cocaine. You know what? Maybe that actually, there is something to that. Huh. Hadn't considered that one, but you might be right. They worked hard because they were completely high on... I'm not even sure which of the many names for cocaine would be better to use there, actually. What did they used to call it back then? In ye oldie times. Moral learned, do more cocaine. That is not what anyone has said. Don't say stuff like that, chat. It can get me in trouble. So cocaine comeback, god damn it, chat, no. They had less to distract them and spend their money on. No. They had different things to distract them and spend their money on. Look, chat, just because you have social media and a phone doesn't mean that your grandparents didn't have plenty of things to distract them. They had dances and going to a bar and talking to people. I know, crazy, but trust me, it's quite distracting if done right.
Still alive, I see.
I am.
Well done, friend.
Well done indeed. I know in time the trolls will return, but at least now I can make it back to Shieldring Keep with my head held high. Here, take
welcome.
this. It was Jury's sword. Broken now, but she might be mighty again if a skilled smith wants to make her so. It's what Jury would have wanted.
Fair.
I wasn't able to complete the contract, but since you have, you best get your own eye back to Shieldring Keep and turn it in. Off with you then. Later then.
Okay, buddy. Later. They also had yo-yos. Oh, that's true. Your grandparents got yelled at for listening to that darned radio instead of going outside. And when done right, says Kane, you had more expenses called children. Ah, yes. Yes, the inevitable expense that comes from dances and going to bars to talk to people. Yes, that's fair. You've simply traded one expense for a different kind of expense. Right, so we've got the Haxie Dam. Recover the fake cane. Grim Onwig. Acquire the daggers. Recover the fake cane. Jump point over there. Bring the contract to Shieldring Keep. Okay, another quest really jumping out at me. We're almost back up to full reckoning mode again. Nope. No, don't need. I mean, I'll... Uh-oh. Hi. You're like, you stole our stuff! No. I redistributed it to myself. Steal is such an ugly word.